Hello, welcome to Unlock Circuit Design online lecture series. Myself Reema Rawat from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication. In this session, we are going to see the topic crystal oscillators from the unit oscillators. Now, in previous session, we have seen Wien bridge oscillator. Now in this session we are moving to the next topic, that is crystal oscillators. As the name suggests, in these oscillators we are going to obtain the output frequency for oscillations using the crystal. So let us see how it works. So let us first understand the principle of crystal oscillators. So we know that certain materials such as quartz exhibit a unique property which is called as piezoelectric property. You must aware about piezoelectric property. So what is piezoelectric property? So it states that if mechanical force is applied to quartz crystal, then it generates electrical potential. Also, another way, that is, if electrical field is applied to a crystal, it vibrates mechanical. That means it has a combination of mechanical property and electrical property. So if we apply mechanical vibrations to a quartz crystal, then under proper operating conditions, we can obtain electrical oscillations from it. That means somehow we make quartz crystal vibrate mechanically, we can have the oscillations in terms of electrical properties. So using this concept, the crystal oscillator operates, which is the basic piezoelectric property for crystal oscillators, which produces the basic principle for crystal oscillators. Let us see the equivalent circuit of a crystal. So in the circuit A, crystal is indicated, where the crystal having two metal plates are indicated. In figure B, the AC equivalent circuit of a crystal is indicated. In this, there are three main components, R, L and C. Here, if you look at into electrical properties, R will be resistance, L will be inductance and C will be capacitance. Here C dash is the mounting capacitance. But if we look at the mechanical properties for that, so here in this case, R indicates the friction, L indicates the inertia and C indicates the stiffness. These are the three mechanical properties. So this is the AC equivalent circuit of the crystal. Here the frequency is 1 by 2 pi under root of LC. Okay. Now let us see types of crystal oscillators. So basically there are two types of crystal oscillators. First one is Pierce crystal oscillator and the second one is Miller crystal oscillator. We have modified Pierce crystal oscillators as well, but if we look at the general classification of crystal oscillators, we have two oscillators, Pierce crystal oscillator and Miller crystal oscillator. Okay, let us see them in detail. So first one is Pierce crystal oscillator. So here, as you can see in the circuit diagram, a crystal is placed in the feedback network along with C1 and C2. So if we observe this, we have seen that it is similar to LC oscillators. So that have here in feedback crystal C1 and C2 oscillators, and this feedback network is connected to the transistor at this in output side. So this complete circuit obtains a Pierce crystal oscillator circuit. Next is Miller crystal oscillator. So in this, as you can see, the crystal is connected, its situation is different to that of the previous one. It is given to the input side of the CE amplifier. Here L1 is the inductance, C3 is the variable capacitor, RE is the emitter resistance, and CE is the emitter capacitance. Okay. Now, if we see the advantages of crystal oscillator, so the first advantage is that it has very high frequency stability. That means if the stability is the parameter that is to be concerned, crystal oscillators are those oscillators which provides high frequency stability as compared to RC oscillators. Second advantage is that very low frequency drift due to change in temperature and other parameters. So, if we look at the temperature effect on this or other such parameters, it has very low frequency drift. That means change in the output frequency is very less as compared to others. Third advantage is that it is possible to obtain very high, precise and stable frequency of oscillations. Here, the next advantage is that the quality factor Q is very high. Next is that it is possible to have frequencies higher than the fundamental frequencies. That means we have seen the concept of fundamental frequency. If we want to have the frequencies other than fundamental frequency, we can have using crystal oscillator. It is possible to generate that different frequencies. So these are the basic advantages of crystal oscillators. Now, let us see the disadvantages of crystal oscillator. So the first one is that these are suitable for high frequency applications. This is the first advantage. Second one is that crystals of low fundamental frequencies are not easily available. So if we want to design the low frequency generations using the crystal, it is not possible for this crystal oscillators. If we look at the applications of crystal oscillators, then the first application is that it is used as a crystal clocking microprocessors. Second one is that it can be used in frequency synthesizers. Third application is that in radio and TV transmitters. And the third and fourth one is that it can be used in the special types of receivers. So these are the applications of crystal oscillators: crystal clocking microprocessor, frequency synthesizer, radio and TV transmitters, and special type of receivers. Now, this was all about crystal oscillators. So, I repeat again, crystal oscillators operates on the principle of piezoelectric property, where piezoelectric property states that if mechanical force is applied to quartz crystal, then it generates electric potential. Also, if electrical field is applied to a crystal, it vibrates mechanically. Okay, so using this property, if we apply mechanical vibrations to a quartz crystal, then under proper operating conditions, we can obtain electrical oscillations from it. So using this property, we can have the oscillators or oscillations at the output side, and we can design the oscillators using this crystal. Generally, quartz crystal is used widely. Now, what is crystal? So, we have seen that crystal looks like a quartz crystal and it has the metal plates. And if we look at the AC equivalent circuit for that, we will have R, L and C in electrical parameters. And if we want to convert it into mechanical parameters, we'll have friction, inertia and stiffness in that. Okay? Now, then we have seen the types of crystal oscillators. We have seen that there are two types of crystal oscillators. First one is Pierce crystal oscillator and the second one is Miller crystal oscillator. In the way the network or feedback network is arranged to the amplifier stages, these two are different. So in the first arrangement in Pierce crystal oscillator, Here the feedback network is arranged with the crystal and two capacitors C1 and C2, and this feedback is given to the coupling capacitor CC2. Here two coupling capacitors are used, CC1 and CC2. Here RFC is a radio frequency coil, it may be inductor. Okay, RE and CE are emitter resistance and emitter capacitance respectively. Then in Miller crystal oscillator, the arrangement of feedback network is different. As we have seen here, the crystal is placed on this side, and instead of that, if crystal is placed on the input side of the C amplifier, we will call it as this arrangement as Miller crystal oscillator. Okay. So in this, the arrangement of crystal depends, and based on that, the different crystal oscillators are designed. We have seen the advantages of crystal oscillator. The first biggest advantage is that it has very high frequency stability, and it has very low frequency drift due to change in temperature and other parameters, which is very desirable. Then we have seen that it is possible to obtain very high, precise and stable frequency of oscillations. Here Q is very high, and it is possible to have frequencies higher than the fundamental frequency. So these were the advantages that we have already seen. The disadvantages are that they are suitable for high frequency applications, so we cannot use for low frequency applications, and low frequency fundamental frequencies are not easily available in terms of crystals. Then we have seen the applications of crystal oscillators. We have seen that it can be used for microprocessors, in frequency synthesizers, in radio and TV transmitters, and special types of receivers. So I hope that crystal oscillators are clear to you now. These are the references. Thank you. Thank you for listening.